Hi, my name is Kahraman Yigit. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Olive Living by Embassy. So Olive is a multi-brand, tech-driven hospitality management company with multiple revenue avenues from management, design and technology. And Olive's mission is to institutionalize and organize the unorganized sector in India, and our mission is to become the largest hospitality company in the space. So we launched Olive in January 2020, 2 months before the pandemic, and not knowing that we're going into a pandemic. And now looking back, I think it was the perfect timing because after the first wave, we saw an opportunity to take over underperforming or shut down hotels. And that's where our hybrid strategy came in, and we took over these underperforming or closed hotels and converted them into hybrid accommodation where we were able to house long stay guests. And even in the pandemic, people were traveling. We targeted defense, healthcare, pharma sectors, and we were able to fill up the buildings with long stay guests in those times. So that really helped. But also what happened is that we saw that any product, any building should have the ability to operate both long-term and short-term to be resilient in these kind of difficult or crisis times. It gives an ability to ride out these periods and still sustain the business. So there was a lot of learning in that space, but also pandemic kind of pushed us in directions that we never had to, everyone had to get out of their comfort zone. Video conferencing became part of our lives. I was introduced to Zoom video conferencing second day of lockdown, where we connected with our team. And after a couple of weeks in the first lockdown, I read that US-based university had established a campus in a co-working space in China, and basically they were remotely educating their students. And I realized, if you can educate the person through video conferencing, I feel we can definitely check in people through the same technology. So we did a partnership with Zoom, where we placed a 27-inch screen at our receptions, and it was very difficult to hire. People weren't able to travel, and even it was, we had limited access. We couldn't visit every property when we wanted either. So the video conferencing technology helped us centralize this service, and through a single computer station, now we are managing 6 receptions remotely, and that resulted in incredible efficiencies in the hotel operations. And also we did another partnership where we tied up with AI-enabled audio and video analytics system, where we start monitoring the standard operating procedures that we follow. And that helped us migrate the mid-level management's responsibilities onto the system. And we were able to derive further business intelligence out of it. And as a result, this started with the pandemic, but using video conferencing, using AI-enabled audio video analytics, we were able to minimize the operating staff both at the property level and at the cluster level. And now, adding all these up, this resulted in the lowest manpower ratio in the industry. Normally our peers operate with 0.7 staff per room. Now we operate with 0.3 staff. And yet, despite we have the highest situational awareness in the industry, and because of these efficiencies, now as Olive, we are able to deliver really high return to all of our partners and owners. And with that, that's been really fueling Olive's growth in an exponential fashion. So Olive is a technology and design-driven company, and with that said, we have a full-fledged in-house interior design team. All of our assets we design from ground up, and because we have multiple products, we have different brands to operate different products in. So Olive Hotel is our main product, where we have a 3-star hybrid hotel concept. And hybrid means that our properties have the ability to house guests both short-term and long-term. And instead of the traditional hotel setup where you would have banquet halls, meeting rooms, and things like that, we have co-working spaces, lounging areas, gaming areas, dance studios, yoga studios. So it's basically a home away from home, which you can use as an office, use the co-working as a house, or as a short stay hotel. And then we have Olive Zip, which is our 2-star express hotels, where there's limited amenities, limited service, but it's great value for money and in good locations in and around the city. Olive Life is our long stay co-living brand, where we target both young professionals and students. And then we have Villa by Olive, which is our vacation rental business, now operational in Goa. And Villa by Olive basically manages gated communities of villas, and that's a leisure product that is growing. And we feel that design needs to evolve. Design needs to represent the essence of the local culture that we go into. So wherever we are, we try to get inspired by the local elements, whether we go to Goa, whether we go to Varanasi, whether we go to Himachal. So at Olive, design is a very integral part of our business. We have a full-fledged interior in-house design team where we design every building we touch. And our design evolves over time, but with that said, we have different design guidelines for different brands. So our brands include the Olive Hotel, which is a 3-star hybrid hotel concept where we house both short-term and long-term stay guests. But instead of the traditional hotel setup, we don't have banquet halls and meeting rooms. Instead, we have co-working spaces, lounging areas, gaming areas, yoga, dance studios. And it's a home away from home where you can come live for a year or stay for a week or stay for a day. And you can take care of your work, you can enjoy alone time or with friends. And then we have Olive Zip, which is our 2-star hotel concept. It's an express hotel where you basically just convenient, good value for money in the best locations in the city. Olive Life is our long stay co-living brand where we target young professionals and students. And then we have Villa by Olive, which is our vacation rental vertical where we take on gated communities to manage. And we utilize a lot of technology both in our design and operations. In design, we use a lot of AI image generators to curate our own artwork, and we get inspired by the places that we go to, whether we go to Goa, Varanasi or Himachal. And we believe that hospitality is about the human touch, and that's where design, technology, guest experience all intersects. And we try to deliver the best of service as possible. Even though automation is required to a great extent, and we do have the capability to fully automate a hotel to run by technology, but at the end of the day, hospitality is about empathy, and I think we are the first company out there who has this approach, which is high tech, but yet it's still high touch. So, as I said, hospitality is about the connection, the empathy, and at whatever brand concept that we have, we always feel that we need to touch our customer, listen to them, understand them in a very empathic manner. So today Olive currently has 56 locations across 3 cities, Bangalore, Goa and Mumbai. Today majority of our portfolio is in Bangalore, and we are operational with 36 properties. Today we have about 2,600 rooms and growing under all of our brands. And by end of this year, we are looking to add another 2,000 rooms to our portfolio, reaching about 4,500 rooms in total. But the long-term vision for Olive's growth is, as I said, we're looking to become the largest hospitality company in India with a total of 1 lakh keys across multiple verticals. So, I mean, entrepreneurship is really fun, but on the other hand, it's really tough. So I think, one message that I would give to aspiring entrepreneurs would be that, everyone looks at what's going to change and, what the future holds. That's a great way of looking at it, trying to predict the future and, actually do something before it's time. And if it's the right product or the right service, then it can take you to great heights. But another way of looking at it is what is not going to change in the next 10 years. I think that's another important angle to look at. So I think as well as looking at what the future holds, I think it's also really important that what the future is going to retain.